What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here today, joining you live from the domestic one-day final against the Bushrangers. I guess we beat them in the first class trophy, which I simulated through to get to this, but beat them in that. Now we're taking them on here, and I think 180 needed off the last 35 overs. So the game's still very much in the balance. I had a cheeky bet before this, scored 29 off 21. It was probably one of the most uneventful 29s I've ever scored. It was just pushing it around, working the ones, working the twos, and then eventually just playing a lazy shot and getting caught, I guess, by like a gully, trying to run one down to third man, the last ball of the over. But I'm not going to complain about that. We're in the team. We're going to go and try and get these wickets, which is going to continue, well, I guess, the dominance that South Australia has had this season. So just need that to happen, need that to occur. Aaron Finch, he looks like the danger man, 57 off 55. He has faced majority of the deliveries so far. And look at that, he's just worked that off the hips with absolute ease, but he is only going to get the one. So that's alright. I think we can do this. The required run rate 5.2, so it's not completely out there for Victoria. But I think if we can get a couple of wickets, I think we are going to be right back in this game. And hopefully we can do what we do best, bowl economically and hold up an end, and then someone else can attack from the other end and take those wickets. That's what I'm hoping anyway, because otherwise I think this could be a very reachable total for the Bushrangers. As you can see, that run rate's gone down below 5. I was wondering, no, I don't think I can change the field yet. Not yet, but that's alright. We won't worry about that too much. Today is obviously the day, first test between New Zealand and Australia at the Basin, and as you guys have seen in this video, it will probably be the end of the first day. So yeah, I can't actually really talk about what's happening because I'm doing this video on a Thursday. So we can't obviously discuss what has been happening, team selections, all that stuff. I think New Zealand are going to go probably with Mark Craig. There's a lot of people who aren't happy about that because Mitchell Santner obviously is injured. I think that has taken a wee outside edge. Yes, it has. You little ripper, 1 for 100. Finch, will he review it? This is a big wicket. He has been going great for the Bushrangers, and he is gone. Boldcliff caught Ludeman, 71 off 66, and that, as I said, is an absolutely huge wicket for the cause. So let's keep it up. Let's keep going. Keep pegging away. I mean, Quiney's still in. He's 29 off 40, but a new batsman obviously at the crease now, and Hanscom looks like he's going to go and play his shots where possible. So, you know, another wicket could be just around the corner for us. It's nicely worked away. Beautifully worked away, second ball to get off the mark. Wish I could do that easy. I wish I could just score runs easy. I don't know how I've scored my 450s that I've got in first class cricket. I don't know how I've done it. I honestly do not know. It confuses me at times how we have done it. That run rate now has dropped below 5, so we want to keep it around 5, and I think if we keep chipping away at wickets, that is going to go and push that run rate up and just build the pressure on this Victorian side. So we just need to keep going and doing that. That will help. Rob Quiney, clean bowl just like that. Don't know what he was trying to do there. Played all around it, but we will take it. And in comes the experienced Cam White. 207 one-day matches. He's played a lot of cricket. Obviously played a lot of cricket for Australia as well. And, you know, he could have potentially been a guy that maybe they could have taken to the World T20. He obviously does have a lot of experience playing in India. He's got experience playing in the IPL. But I think, you know, I think the squad that they've got, a lot of the players have obviously gone on hunches, and that's what they've said in the media as well. But I was having a chat, obviously, with a few of my mates, a few of my Australian mates, and they were just saying, like, personally, I think the team, you know, it is quite strong. I think Ashton Agar's a very good player. I think he's a very good limited overs player. Peter Hanscom, what is happening to the Bushrangers? They've been absolutely killing it, and now we've gone and picked up 3 wickets. I think in the space of about 7 balls, we've got 3 wickets. But I can't even remember what I was saying now. Ashton Agar, I think good player, good T20 player. I think, you know, he's one of those guys who is pretty useful down in the lower order, you know, even the middle lower order, you know, coming in 6 or 7 kind of thing. And, you know, he is a good spinner. He obviously, well, when he first came onto the Australian scene, he was seen as just a bowler. Obviously now he's more of an all-rounder. And I'm going to stick with this field. It's a little bit more aggressive. but it does seem to be working for us so far. And if we could pick up another one, Victoria would be in a whole lot of trouble. But yeah, obviously he was selected. Another big talking point was Peter Neville, which I think, you know, quite a lot of the Australian media wanted to see. Because, I mean, Matty Wade, I think domestically he's an alright keeper. I think his glove work probably isn't up to the same standard as, say, someone like Peter Neville, who has been selected for the World T20. And they're saying that, you know, with the batting depth that they have, and they've got a lot of, you know, bowlers or even bowling all-rounders who are very decent batsmen. You know, you're looking at James Faulkner and even John Hastings. He showed that in the second one day against New Zealand that he can definitely bat. You know, so there's no reason why they couldn't go and play Peter Neville down the order as a specialist keeper. You know, get him to bat at 8, possibly even 9 you could get away with. Just, I guess, with that batting depth that you have. And they've said that on the low, slow turning pitches of India, they really want someone, I guess, as a specialist glovesman who, you know, will be able to turn that half chance into a wicket or, you know, affect that stumping. Because, you know, that could be the difference. And I think Matty Wade, you know, like he is, I don't know, like his batting is not superb, but recently in one-day internationals he hasn't really had a chance. You know, on the tour of New Zealand he did have a few opportunities to bat. He was out to an absolute spectacular catch by Adam Milne, I think in the second one day. But he didn't really have much of an opportunity, I guess, to showcase his talent with the bat. And, you know, I think domestically he is a fairly decent player, but I think he just struggles to make that step up to the international level. And it will be interesting to see, I guess, going past the World T20, if Australia do continue with someone like Peter Neville, or if they bring in one of these young guys. You know, obviously Cam Bancroft played in the third T20 against India, and, you know, you've got the likes of Sam Whiteman, who's been touted as a long-term prospect for the Australian cricket team. You've got Tim Ludeman, obviously, who plays for the Adelaide Strikers and the Redbacks here. That's what I was trying to say first of all. But yeah, plays for the Strikers and the Redbacks. A fair, you know, a decent gloveman, and fairly good with the bat. And I'm just trying to think who else there is. It would be really nice if Australia had like one of their, you know, set batsmen. You know, like if David Warner kept, it would just be incredible. It's the same with New Zealand. Like if Brendan McCullum's back wasn't buggered, I don't know what's happened there, but we'll take the wicket. Was that Maxi? It was Maxi. His bad form in New Zealand has carried on here into the domestic one-day competition. And the man we were just talking about, Matthew Wade, coming to the crease now. But yeah, you know, you get a side like New Zealand, and I think if Brendan McCullum, you know, if his back was all good, and he could have kept throughout his entire career and continue to be, I guess, the destructive batsman that he was, you know, if you have him opening and keeping wicket, it opens up a whole lot more possibilities for you. And I think, you know, that's kind of like, I guess, Sri Lanka when they had Sangakkara playing and he was batting at 3 or 4. It really gives you the opportunity, you know, if you want to play that extra bowler, you can play that extra bowler at 7. If you want to play an all-rounder at 7, you can do that. And same thing, you know, if you're playing on a pitch that you may need runs on, or you've got a good all-rounder playing in the middle order, you can go and chuck another batsman in there batting at 7, which is what they quite often do. But it really is all just about the balance of the side, and that's where I think it is interesting, because there are so many sides that are going to the World T20 that are going to have different makeups. Obviously, India is another one. MS Dhoni, where will he bat? You know, he can bat at 4, he can bat at 5, bat at 6. You know, he'd probably bat one of the... I wouldn't say that he would bat any lower than 6, because India do like to quite often go with, I guess, that all-rounder at 7, Ashwin and Jadeja at 8 and 9, and then obviously their pace bowlers at 10 and 11. But it is just really interesting, like the makeup of the sides, and yeah, I think, you know, a similar kind of thing. I guess you could say it for a lot of teams. Like a lot of teams, New Zealand is probably one of those sides that basically bang on Luke Ronchi is going to bat at 7 regardless. But then you go, obviously, Australia, Peter Neville, he could bat at 8, he could bat at 9, he could possibly bat at 6. Very interesting to see. And then you've got South Africa. De Kock will probably open, I would say. I think that one's hit the bat there first. It would be nice to get Matty Wade out after I have been sledging him off throughout basically this entire video. But we will wait and see. God, we've bowled an impressive spell here. We've really turned this game around. We came in, I think in our second over, and Victoria were 100 for 1. They've lost their next 4 wickets for just 35 runs. So that's very good. We're appealing for basically everything out here, just trying to get something going. And 130 needed now off 21 overs. What am I saying? That is technically 126 deliveries. Sorry, I had to do the maths in my head there. I thought I had it. I was like 121. Yep, that's sure. And then I was like, nope. Okay, so we bowled 7 overs. 7 overs, 4 wickets for 7 runs with 1 maiden. So as I said, if we could pick up another one, that would really go and I guess put things back on track. You know, just to I guess completing out a very dominant spell. That other one would give us our 5 wicket bag as well. And I think that would also go and open up Dan Christian and could possibly open up an end if we could get something going on. We just need one. We just need Matty Wade. We've been slogging him off all video, and now we just want to go and just get him out. Just want to get him out. I don't know how. Some of the dismissals, obviously the caught and bowls, pretty similar for me. Rob Quiney, I don't know what he was doing. And then Glenn Maxwell just basically played one into his pads and it rolled onto the stumps. Bit unlucky, but we will go and definitely take it. That could have been a caught and bowl chance there. But keeping that pressure on, bowling that good line and length, bowling outswingers to the left-handers, which is obviously the in-swing, and Matty Wade gets a bit of width there, finally goes and puts one away, and that is the first boundary I think that has been hit off my spell altogether. If not, it's the first boundary in a long time for the Bushrangers. And then one past the outside edge. Matty Wade moves on to 12, and Cam White is on 12 as well. But as I said, if we can get through one of these two in our last 2 overs, ooh, maybe not. We had a wee spell, brought ourselves off. Right, I'm going to stay with that same field because they didn't really seem to be hitting me down the ground, which I was quite happy with. So we've got 2 overs left. We've got, I think, Matty Wade still in, and he's in with Dan Christian. But 97 needed off 13.5 overs. So we've gone and we've done the hard work. That's almost a chance. If he'd hit that a little bit better, that would have gone straight to the man out there. I don't even know where he's positioned, really. But that would have gone straight to him. So that would have been a wonderful way to finish off the 5-wicket bag. But we just need one. Just one. We went on such a roll, such a streak. And then basically we were just getting dot ball after dot ball. Played and missed it a few. Oh, just like that one. That must have just missed off stump. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Come on, boys. Matty Wade blocks out another one. 1 over left after this. But the good thing is not going for many runs. And that required run rate is continuing to climb. Which every time, every dot ball, that is going in our favour. Just continues to keep going up. Which is what we want to see. 96. So 6.78 runs required from these last 13. Now 90 off 12. So this is our final over. We want to go and make it a goodie because then that is really going to ramp the required run rate up. And we want that last wicket. We want that 5-wicket bag in the final. We want that man of the match award, especially heading into the end of the season. I'm saying we probably will go and pick up a county contract. If not, it would be nice if we go and pick up an IPL contract in just our 2nd season. But we will have to go and wait and see what happens there. Matty Wade, oh, the first one you hit down the ground, and if I had my normal field, my normal defensive field, that probably would have been taken. But saying that, if I did have my normal defensive field, some of those other wickets I may not have taken. Oh, Matty Wade, you're killing me here. You are killing me. Smashing me around. You've got 5 off the last 2 balls. Incredible. And I was slagging you off saying you couldn't bat. Proved me wrong, didn't you? Right. One last ball to Dan Christian. Let's hope we can go and try and sneak one through. If this could just go and hit the top of off, would be incredible. Nope. Instead, I'm going to finish off the 4. So that last over, a bit costly, especially with, I guess, the figures that we had before that. We finished with 4 for 22 off 10 overs. So it could have been a little bit better. And oh my goodness, Phil Hughes was even coming and rolling his arm over and took some wickets. Absolutely incredible scenes as the South Australian Redbacks win the 50-over trophy. So that is the 50-over trophy and the first class trophy heading to South Australia. I know Redbacks fans will be happy. We get man of the match, 4 for 22, and as you can see down the bottom of the batting there, 29 off 22. A very uneventful 29. of 22, but nonetheless, those runs were crucial as we won by 30 in the end. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure to check out my Facebook and Twitter links. That can be found down below in the description. Hope you guys have had a fantastic week so far. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. We've got some more Cricket Coach New Zealand Reborn coming your guys' way. Make sure you do not miss that.